Welcome to the Leading Visionaries podcast, featuring stellar conversations with emerging and established leading visionaries. Thanks for joining us today as we celebrate and spotlight the leading visionaries who are thinking differently, seeing new possibilities, have the courage to dream big, take inspired action, and create conscious change all around the world. Now, here's your host, Anjel B. Hartwell.
Welcome. It's Anjel B. Hartwell again here with you on another Think About It Thursday. This minisode is all about priorities versus distractions. Before I dive into the minisode, though, I want to say thank you to all of our listeners who are downloading, rating, and reviewing. We are now up to 29 countries, and that is super exciting. And we have almost all 50 states as well. We have listeners in almost all 50 states in the US as well. So we're celebrating that. And thank you for sharing with your leader friends and for downloading, rating, and reviewing. We do love 5 stars. All right, let's dive in today to my topic, which is all about knowing what your priorities are when you are getting your vision out of the air and onto the ground. And how you can get support, how important it is for you to get support in order to prevent yourself as the leading visionary from getting caught up in the distractions. One of the biggest, most erosive forces that can deflate your vision and create the distortions that don't allow your vision to come into full fruition is when you get distracted from what your main role is as the leading visionary. So, what your main role is as the leading visionary is to articulate the vision, express the vision so that people can understand what it is that you are attempting to bring out of the ethers and into reality, and enrolling people. And so really your top 3 priorities are enrolling people who are going to invest in your vision, enrolling people who are going to be on your team to bring your vision into life, and enrolling the people who are going to buy your vision, whether it is a product or a service or even an activism. There are people who are going to be buying in and exchanging money with your organization in order for the vision to become a reality. So as the leading visionary, one of the things that we can often do is we can get distracted. We can get distracted by all of the minutiae that actually goes into bringing a vision into reality. And part of the work for a leading visionary is to be so devoted and so committed to the vision that you are willing to be ruthless, like really, really ruthless with keeping the distractions at bay and maintaining your focus, maintaining your energy, maintaining your power, and really marshaling all of your capabilities towards staying on the path of enrolling. The more people you enroll to invest, the more breathing room you're going to have to be able to enroll people to become team members. And the more you are going to be able to speed up the process of bringing the vision into enough of a reality that you can then begin to enroll buyers to continue to add fuel in the form of financial flow to your vision. So, what are some things that can be distracting? Well, the first thing you want to pay attention to is those things that you can do pretty well, that you're pretty good at, but they are not really the highest and most beneficial to bringing the vision to reality. And so you can oftentimes distract yourself with doing these things that you're good enough at rather than focusing all of your time, attention, and energy on your priorities and outsourcing or inviting team members in, or even volunteers in some cases, in to do some of these things that you can do well. You can do very well, maybe even, but it's really not your role to be doing them. And so the first thing you want to do is take a ruthless inventory of all the things that you're good at, or like I like to say, I've done this myself. I'm just good enough to be dangerous and not good enough to be great at a lot of the things that are involved in running and operating my business. And so I can fall into this trap too. I have clients who have fallen into this trap. And oftentimes we are in the trap of doing the things that we are just good enough at to be dangerous and not good enough to be great, because we have the mindset that we don't want to pay for somebody else to do something that we can do perfectly well. And this is where you can shoot yourself really in the foot. And I remember when I first got into the online space, in the thought leadership space, in the speaking space, online consulting space, at the very beginning, I thought I could do it all. And so I made the mistake of distracting myself with putting so much on my plate to do that I lost sight of the priorities. And the priorities were to bring in more money. The more money you bring in, the more you have available to hire not just good people or good enough people, or good enough to be dangerous, but not good enough to be great, but you can actually hire the best people to serve and support the vision coming into reality at what they do. So recently I was involved in working with somebody who has been putting a huge movement, like bringing this huge movement up off the ground. And she knows what her role is. She is very clear about her role. Her role is to show up and speak and enroll people. And she has somebody that she has had on her team for 17 years. And this woman, we call her the woman with the clipboard. This woman with the clipboard is miraculous at filling the rooms, at getting the event locations lined up, at promoting everything that needs to happen in order for the visionary to show up and shine and do what she does best, which is enroll. And that's the kind of dynamic that you want to have. If this person who is the leader was worried about whether or not there were enough chairs set up in the room, then it opens up a leak in your concentration, in your focus, in your energy. It opens up this, like, all these little back doors that you're thinking about things that are erosive to you being able to be powerful and confident and clear and commanding and enrolling with your conversation with whoever you're speaking to as the leading visionary and whoever you are attempting to enroll. And so one of the ways that we can shoot ourselves in the foot is having the mindset of, I don't want to spend the money doing something that I can do perfectly well myself. I would encourage you to spend the money. When I first, as I said, got into this business, I ended up thinking I could do it all. And then I ended up breaking my wrist. I broke my wrist skiing. And when I broke my wrist skiing, now I am incapacitated for 12 weeks and, still wanting my business to be running. I had to hire somebody. So don't get to the point where you have to hire somebody. Be preparing yourself now and be enrolling for the money and the support and the investments now to hire the best and to enroll the best people to work with you on your team. And one reason that you might want to consider a consultant, a coach, or a mentor is because hiring somebody who can support you to stay focused on the strategy, stay focused on the vision, and stay focused on your right role somebody who can offer you guidance, somebody who can offer you the support to eliminate the erosive distractions. That's somebody you want to have on your team as well. Like, yes, we want the woman with the clipboard who's getting all the stuff done, but we also need somebody on your team. You need somebody on your team who is going to support you in holding the vision and hold you accountable, help you to hold yourself accountable, and support you with strategy that you may not even know is possible of how you can bring your vision into reality. To give like another set of eyes, another set of heart, another heart there in the mix to keep you in the game, to keep you focused on what you need to be doing, to help you to determine what your priorities are at each stage, because bringing a vision into reality is going to have stages. And in the first push, you might do okay by yourself, but then you get to this next level and you need more help, and you want to have somebody on your side who is not really part of the operations, but is really your guide, your go-to person that can hold space for you, that can give you wise guidance, that can give you the certainty that you have prioritized things appropriately. And so in the case of this woman that I've been talking about, who I've been supporting, that was my role. I was helping her to maintain her focus on specifically the asking for money part. She was doing really great at enrolling people into seeing the vision and wanting to support the vision with, applause and standing ovations. But what she really needed was to bring in more money. And so my role as her consultant was to support her consistently in staying focused on make sure you ask for money. And in fact, today I said today would be another great day to ask for money from people. And so it's really important for you as the leading visionary to stay focused on your priorities. And they are enrollment of buyers, enrollment of investors, enrollment of team. So that's it for today's Think About It Thursday. Go out there and enroll somebody in your vision right now and let me know what happened. And thank you again for tuning in. We really appreciate it when you share and support our vision for the Leading Visionaries podcast to get into the ears, eyes, and hearts of even more people and more leading visionaries all around the world. Thanks again. It's Angel, and I look forward to talking to you again on the next Think About It Thursday.
Thanks for tuning in, downloading, and listening. Be sure to rate and review Leading Visionaries on Apple Podcasts and share with other people you know who can benefit from today's episode. Leading Visionaries is the premier podcast series for informing, activating, and inspiring the leading visionaries who are called to create conscious change and know that now is the best time to welcome wealth and cultivate a web of collaborative support to bring their vision to life. We invite your feedback and guest suggestions and invite you to subscribe to our mailing list to be notified of new episodes at leadingvisionariespodcast.com.